So, um, it's been a while. My last problem for the class is um, journey to the problem. No, sorry, it's my part in the problem, and I'm combining it with my development dollar. At the beginning of the class, the teacher, Brother Wilson, has gave us a dollar that we have to use for um, we have to somehow use to help the country, our adopted country, and it's it's been tough trying to figure out what to do with it, um, because it is just $1, and of course I could add more of mine, or I could get other people to contribute. And but the other thing is, how do you know for sure that what you're doing with your dollar actually gets there, like one girl, she was planning on getting a bunch of people together and um, getting books for her country to send to them, and like that's that it's going to get there. But what I mean, if you just give it to some organization, how do you know it's going to do anything? um, so I'm still figuring out what to do. I'm thinking about just donating to like the missionary fund, um, but I think I'm gonna wait. I'm going to wait until I have more money, and um, possibly till things settle down a little bit over there, and then donate. Which, now that I say it out loud, that's probably not a good idea, because um, you don't want people. I mean, what if what I do can actually help, and waiting wouldn't be a good idea, now that I'm thinking about it. So, but I'll get back to that. Um, my part in the problem, the problem I picked for my country is social stratification. Um, my part is, I'm not entirely sure. Like, um, bear with me for a sec. I think a way for them to fix their problem is, internally for sure, like government just getting over the caste system, like all of that. But my part, I think if their economy was doing better, which it's doing pretty well compared to other countries, um, but I mean, if it was doing better, I think like more jobs were available, and if anybody could get hired, it wouldn't really matter, and they would learn to work together faster. So I guess my part is helping their economy. So like buying something from Sri Lanka, or visiting. Um, you know, I it doesn't seem like that much. Visiting would be something, but just buying something, it doesn't seem like that much. But what if it is? Like it could be. So, um, my another thing is sharing the issue, and sharing what I think, which I think is what Brother Wilson is really trying to get at. Because he mentions, our generation, we we do a lot more with technology than his generation, um, and like the whole Coney thing that's going on, like YouTube, like it's such a thing to use. It's such a tool, um, that we can all use and share our opinions and things. So if I could just share the the problem and the situation, and if people could be aware of it, maybe they would have better ideas of what to do and how to help them. Um, Because honestly, at the beginning of all of this, I had no idea. Like I thought Sri Lanka, because I had heard of their capital city, Colombo, and I had heard that they were building some really cool buildings there. So I didn't really um, think they were doing that bad. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh, there was a civil war there, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have known that before I don't know. I should have just done more research. But I wasn't even aware. And I don't watch the news that much, but I was talking to some people and they had no idea that there was this huge civil war that lasted over 20 years. Like they didn't know, I didn't know, but if we can make each other aware of just like these things that are changing and ruining the lives of other people, we can all make a difference. Um, so yeah, those are kind of my thoughts. Um, so yeah, I still don't have a plan for my development dollar, but before I die, I will do something with it. I will keep that dollar. I've written on the dollar itself saying this is my development dollar. If this is in your possession, think about giving to my country, Sri Lanka. Um, just maybe as an idea for other people to, be aware or think of how they're spending that one little dollar and what it could do for someone else. Um, but eventually, I will do something for it. And honestly, I'm probably never gonna get back to Brother Wilson about it, even though he says come by or email me or whatever. I don't think it's gonna happen. So I think I will see him in heaven and be like, "Hey, Brother Wilson, guess what I did with your dollar?" Um, but I've enjoyed the class. It's enlightened me. I didn't know so many of these things before, um, and it was definitely a different way of going about it, and I learned a lot. So this journey has it's definitely taught me things, and I've talked to my roommates, I've talked to my mom and my family about it, and they're kind of more aware of at least Sri Lanka or the world around them. So, and I think that is the main goal, is to be thinking of others in the other countries, and realizing that we're all children of God, and even though they're brought up differently, we all have um, rights, and we should all have the opportunity to feel like we're children of God. So, anyways, that's my little spiel and testimony. Yes, I've enjoyed this. It's been entertaining. Good night and good luck.